They're also innovative and enterprising, and they have won over $7,000 in grants for space and robotics ideas. And the best part about our engineering teachers is the success that they're showing with our students and our programs, and how much our students have been able to do in the engineering academy throughout this crazy year. And I'm just so proud of the success that we've had, and can't wait to see what's to come.
Thank you so much. You could tell she's working hard. She's talking all day. I hope that throat feel better in this word. Thank you so much. So next up, we have a word from a head counselor, Ms. Paulus. She just really, she's going to be, her and her team going to be your best friend when it's come to helping you kind of navigate through high school with your classes and your schedule. That is something that I know parents, as a parents, myself, we have a lot of question about what class to take, what they need to graduate. Well, the presentation I send you have all that, but she's, I asked her to come tonight to kind of give our parents or student some word of advice, some word of wisdom, how to adjust to high school. All right, go ahead, take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Lamb. Welcome, Future Knights. We are so happy to see you all here, and we look forward to working with you. At the high school level at Elkins, we have 6 counselors, and we work by alpha split. So there's no 9th grade counselor or 10th grade counselor. You're broken up by your last name. Many of you guys may have already seen us, whether it be at the middle school or you came to the parent presentation for 8th grade parent night. So hopefully you're starting to see our faces and know our names. The one thing that I'd like to say that's very, very important about high school, and the word I need everybody, parents, you listen to, the most important word for high school is balance, okay? Everybody wants to do everything, and we want you to do everything that you love, but you also have to find a nice balance. We want you to sleep, we want you to eat, we don't want you to be stressed. It's been a very difficult year. And I think we're just muddling through and hoping for it to end. So I really do look so much. I look forward to seeing you guys on campus. It's been really difficult for us as well, not seeing our kids. We have an open door policy. You walk in, we see you, we'll never turn you away. We want to know you, and we want you to know us, okay? Because we're going to be partners for 4 years, both parents and students. So balance, picking your courses wisely, so that you can do the things that you love to do and still perform well in school while keeping yourself healthy. It's very, very important, okay? And that's the one thing that I think our freshmen come in and they're so excited by all the things that they see that we have. And again, we want them to do those things, but they have to understand that sometimes you can't do everything all at once, okay? So that's pretty much all. Again, we are so happy to see you, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you so much. So again, you have any question about scheduling or classes, you want to put in the chat, and Ms. Pelvis will be there to help you answer those questions. So next up, I just want to, I want you to introduce to Ms. Lashmi Satori. She is our Booster Club president. And I can't tell you enough, parent, how important the Booster Club is to our academy. They are so supportive in the things that our kids are doing, activities. They help pay for field trip. They also make sure that teacher is taken care of, whether it's, just a simple teacher appreciation gift. And this year been wonderful. There was unexpected Friday that they drop off gifts for a teacher, but they also support field trips and scholarships. And it's so important that we have a strong booster to back up our engineer academy. And I'm inviting them to here today, so kind of have you see what they do in the school year. And hopefully we need parents membership. You definitely need your involvement. So go ahead, take it away, Ms. Lashmi.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Lakshmi Seshadri, and I have been the Booster Club president. It's a parent booster club for the past 2 years. I've been on it since my daughter was a freshman. She's going to be a senior this year. And I just go ahead to next slide, Mr. Lamb. I just want to really encourage all of you new parents to get involved. I think the more that you get involved as parents, the better the experience is going to be for your kids in the academy. We've been able to really have a great relationship with our teachers and our student board, and have pivoted this year in the virtual world to make it a more worthwhile experience for them. And I think it has enhanced their learning abilities as well. Prior to this, I want to show you in the next few slides some of the things that we've done, which have made it just a good experience. We are a board, and right now we have we just had our elections last month, and we have a new set of directors for the academy and the parent board. I am the outgoing president at this time. So I just want to share with you some of our activities, how you can get involved, and then pass it on. So for the 2018, 19, and 20 year that I've been involved, we've had a lot of enrichment activities for for our students. We have been able to sponsor field trips. We had an HOK, which is an architectural engineering firm. We had a Baker Hughes oil rig visit, field trip. And then we have also been working on trying to be more creative about some of the other field trips that we can get involved, to get the students involved in. One of our biggest things that we do every year is put on an engineering career fair. And in the past 2 years, it's been in person. This year, we had to do it in the virtual world, and it happened 2 weekends ago. And it was amazing. The kids had about 15 presenters, engineers that came and spoke about their experiences to expose the kids to what fields of engineering exist, what kinds of things they can get involved in to be able to figure out if that's what they want to do. And it was a really great success. We had a wonderful keynote speaker. We put on fundraising events, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. We also raised money to give scholarships to students for our graduating seniors. There's an application process. We've been involved in setting that up with the teachers. We also applied for a grant this year with the Fort Bend Education Foundation, and we won a $5,000 grant. We actually wrote up the grant and helped all of that preparation happen, and then the teachers submitted it because there's been a need to be able to enhance the robotics program. And if you look here, we've had a couple of other enrichment activities, but it's growing, and we really hope to start implementing new activities for the students to enrich their experience in the academy. Next slide. In addition to sort of the educational activities, we've also had some social activities. Again, over this last year with the virtual space, it's been difficult, but the students have really taken on that role this year and learning how to plan their own social activities and make it fun for everybody. They created a virtual game night. And so we didn't really do a lot there, but we were there to support them if they needed it. We did provide gift, awards for a competition, 2 competitions that they put on this year with the Inventor program, as well as the Rube Goldberg competition. And we funded a prize for both of those competitions. And it turned out really well. In the past, the seniors were able to go to the zoo lights. They've done a bowling social when we were able to meet in person. And we also had a teacher appreciation event at Christmas, 2 Christmases ago, right before the school let out, where we had a cookies and cocoa event. It was a fall teacher appreciation. And since we weren't able to do that last year, Mr. Lamb alluded to it, we were able to present gift baskets for 6 of the teachers, including Mr. Lamb. And it just was our way of showing that we really appreciate everything that they do for our children. Next slide. The career fair is one of our biggest events that we put on. This past year in 2021, and I don't have that up there, sorry, it was again virtual, and the student board of the Engineering Academy really took on the leadership and the ownership of this career fair, in addition to one of our board members who participated in helping coordinate all the engineers. And in the past, it was held in our, in our cafeteria. This year it was virtual. We really hope to knock it out of the park next year and have it be at the Fort Bend Annex, and with multiple sessions in different rooms. And really, if we have that opportunity to just make it such a wonderful experience for our students and even for parents who want to come. This year, we were able to showcase 15 engineers. We actually had way more volunteers, and many of them decided that they want to come back next year and do it in person. So this is one of the big events that we put on. And then next slide. Our fundraising, you can hit it again, Mr. Lamb. Our fundraising is, one of our biggest goals. We've always participated in the Chevron Houston Marathon as a group of volunteers as the Engineering Booster Club Academy Booster Club. And children, we had about 60 to 75 volunteers in the last several years, and we would go and man the HEB food court. It was a really fun experience for the students to get together, give back, as well as, bring in the fundraising dollars that we could get by providing that many volunteers for that event. It did not happen in 2021 because of, again, the virtual nature of the event, but we really hope next year we'll be able to do that again and perhaps, get all those volunteers. You get perks for doing that. It's been a fun event in the past. Next slide. As Mr. Lamb alluded to, we have a membership drive. We have different levels of memberships, and that information will come out to you when you guys have your first meeting, or even before. Since we're not meeting in person, it's been a little bit more difficult, but we have a website. So as you know that your children are coming into the academy, I'd ask you to please go to the website, look at our different membership levels, and know that you can get involved in our organization. We actually have a WhatsApp group only for parent members, in which we communicate all the things that we're doing more on a personal level, and tell you what we're doing, keep you abreast of all the different activities that we've already done, tell you how they've been going. And we have some member-specific events for the parents. For example, this month we'll be having a college counselor talk to us about how we can leverage the engineering academy as experience for our students on their resumes and their college applications, and be able to teach us how to use the tools that we have with our kids being in this academy to prep them for their next career, to their next level in college. We've done spirit nights. We continue to do that. Go back one slide, Mr. Lamb, real quick. We have t-shirts and sweatshirts, which is fan gear for all the students. We've been able to apply for grants. We're part of the Kroger Community Cares and Amazon Smiles. So I would really encourage you guys, if you don't have a charity that you're already choosing, you're shopping at Kroger and on Amazon, link it to our academy, and that gives us passive income to help do the things that we want to do. Last slide. We're a board of parent volunteers. We've really put our heart and soul into this to make the academy a wonderful experience for our kids. We hold meetings monthly. It was a board meeting monthly, but because of the virtual nature this year, we actually invited parents to come every month. And we're a 501c3, so any contribution that you make is tax deductible. And we also encourage those parents who have a company match to please encourage your companies to match that. There is our email, and we also have our website, and we also have a Facebook page, and we have a parent volunteer that manages that. So we'd really love to see you guys get involved. I'll be passing on the presidency to our next president, Vidya Balasubramaniam, next month. But I'm still going to be involved next year. My daughter's a senior, and I really hope to see some of you guys in person when the school year starts. So best of luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank
That
you
was
so
a
much.
mouthful.
It's amazing. Parents, if you can't get involved in any way, big way, small way, we need it all. As parent, we know that you are a partner in your child education. And this is the way that you definitely could help support the program and support your child, and also support every child that are in the academy and coming here for a purpose. I want to take next up is we have on campus, we have 2 teacher facilitator. These are teachers that when I'm not there, any student, if they need something, they could always reach out to these teacher facilitator. They have questions, they need help, because I'm not always on campus at Elkins, because I'm taking care of other 2 academies, also have an office at the admin building. But I want to have our teacher facilitator just kind of give a brief overview of the engineering course, because these 2 teacher facilitator also teach the engineering course. So I'm gonna ask Miss Adams, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. And Ms. Rockamore is here too. So they're gonna go ahead and kind of speak a little bit to the program and to their classroom, and what they should, what advice it would give to help you succeed in their classes.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I am Misha Adams. Some people may know me as Miss Newsome. You may hear my name going around as Newsome as well. I teach the freshman course, which is Introduction to Engineering Design. I also teach junior, senior course is more so for juniors, though, aerospace engineering. That course is only offered to the academy students, so you'll only see academy students in those classes. But the freshman course, which we call IED for short, we have all students in that course. So you will not only see your freshman academy students, but you may see a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, or even a senior in that class. But that is the first class on our STEM pathway. So that is the first class that you have to take. It is required of the academy students. The other students, it is more offered for an elective. In my class, the first half of the course, we are heavy design process. So in that part of our course, we are doing what I like to call instant challenges, where we are building things and figuring out different ways to solve problems, uh, making more innovative ways, more creative ways to do things, allowing you all to think outside the box and really pushing you all to your limit. Then the second half of the course is all 3D software. We spent a lot of time. This year we did Onshape, which is an online 3D software that's available to use. It's free of charge. No downloads. You just simply go to the website. But we are also more heavy Autodesk Inventor. We do a lot of 3D software building in IED, so much so that towards the end of the year, about right now, we are able to get you all tested to become certified in Autodesk Inventor. So as a freshman, you are able to hold an Autodesk Inventor Professional certificate, which is awesome. Nothing I did when I was in high school, to be sure about that. But it's something great to have. This year, the students have done amazing on their passing their certificate exams. I think total with the academy, we've had over 100. And just thinking of the type of year that these students have had, from the freeze to COVID, so for them to still be able to perform to the highest of their capability is amazing. So I have no doubt that you all will just continue to fall within those footsteps. I do suggest that you do some research on Autodesk Inventor, because we are in that software a lot. So if you want to just kind of brush up your skills on that, some of you probably have already done it if you took the Gateway course in your middle school years. But if not, just brushing up on those 3D skills would definitely benefit you for my class on your freshman year.
Thank you so much. Ms. Rocklemore, you want to go ahead and speak to your introduce yourself and speak to your class too?
Yes, I am Janetta Rocklemore. I have been at Elkins since the academy moved from Hightower. I was in the academy when it was at Hightower and then moved to Elkins. And so I've taught 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade. But this year and the past year, I've taught CEA, which is Civil Engineering Architecture, that you take as a junior, and EDD, which is the 12th grade course that you'll take as a 12th grader. With CEA, it is 2 classes in one. So you're learning civil engineering and architecture. There's a lot that we have to get done in the class, so it kind of moves rapidly. If you are thinking of going into civil engineering, I can attest that the curriculum is what I studied when I was in college doing civil engineering, because my background and my major is in civil engineering. And when I went to look at these things, I was in awe that you can get this in high school. So architecture is the same way. If you're thinking about going into architecture, you will, just like your freshman year, how you have inventor certifications, you will have Revit certifications as well. And those are 2 Autodesk certifications that you're able to get Those you're able to get an internship, you're able to take those and go to places and apply before you actually, instead of maybe going to, work at the grocery store. They are industry certifications. In the EDD class, it is the capstone course. So you take all of your knowledge that you have from freshman to junior year and you apply to a product that is needed in the world. Pass the design process all the way through, along with some other group members, we'll create a product. We will do a showcase, and the showcase is not only with Elkins, other seniors in EDD, but it's with the whole district. So every high school, we will do a showcase to showcase it to the different high schools. So just like for freshman year, once you get to your junior year, then you're going to need Autodesk Revit. And so you just want to, if you're thinking about getting a new computer, you might want to, like Ms. Adams said, look on Autodesk to see what requirements you need for your computer so that you'll be able to download it at home as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Rockamore and Ms. Adams. It's going to be a journey. You're going to have engineering courses every year, and in your junior year, you're going to have 2 courses. So that's something I'm going to talk about a little bit more. So just want to talk a little bit about Elkin and kind of show you right here. This is the leadership at Elkin. Of course, Ms. Ward has been the principal, but then she's also, have help from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different, associate principal, assistant principal help her out. Now, I'm not sure the alpha going to be the same split. I know every year it changes a little, depending on how many kids they Elkin have that year. And of course, you met our lead counselor, Ms. Palace, who's also in charge of a team of counselors that will help you navigate through high school and through your course schedule. I think that is so important. These do important work these school leaders are doing. Just talk a little bit quickly about student expectation. I think it's so, in this program, you choose to be in this program, and there are certain expectations that we have of you. That number one, I'm going to talk a little bit about the contract requirements, but as student, we really want you to be involved in this academy, right? You want to have an experience with this academy. You can't have the experience if you don't get involved in different organization, different academy event. So, I know it's hard. Some of you are coming from different campuses, and you might not have a lot of your friends here, but it's a new opportunity to make friends. And that by doing that, by getting involved in the different school event, oh, if you guys could mute your mic, thank you. So that's something that we really want you guys to do. Then we expect that you make sure that you attend meetings that are mandatory, not every meeting mandatory. We will have a mentor system that will help you. Upperclassmen will assign you an upperclassman that will help you kind of navigate through your classes or just different club and organization that you might have question about. So that's something that you have someone to reach out to. But most of all, I expect you also to be a self-advocate. That's something that is important to me, that student able to advocate themselves as they come to high school. That means it's okay for you to email your teacher if you have a question about an assignment and not wait until the assignment is due, or when you turn it in and you tell the teacher you don't know what the direction was. So advocating for self, emailing, and parents, I'll have the expectation for you is, allow them to do that. So these are some student expectation that I have, but then we just talk a little bit more about parents' expectation. I think as they get to high school, most parents feel like, oh, I need to step back a little bit. Well, yeah, I think that's right. You have to step back a little bit, but don't go too far, right? In a freshman year, you just want to be there to guide them and simple things, like I say, just have them practice self-advocacy, help them maybe, have them draft an email if they want to email their teacher, look over their email before they send it, and that's just kind of practice that that I saw social emotional intelligence part of them, and not just the academic part. But as parent, we really need you to do that. Also maintain that line of communication with myself, the campus. If you have questions, don't be afraid to reach out. If you email someone, a teacher or myself, and you don't hear back from us within 48 hours or so, call the school. And some, things get busy. We really want to get back with you. And sometimes, things in email go missing, and we just get very busy at times. So make sure you able to keep that line of communication with us. And then, as we say, please volunteer. I think that's something that we always encourage parents, be involved, with your child's school, with with the academy, whether it's through fundraiser, just helping academy out, and that's something that go a long way in helping the whole organization. Then, as parent, we know that we're very, very blessed, very, very blessed. That's like when we do the engineering career fair, we're very blessed to have parents from all sort of background that the resource that we have that come and present at the engineering career fair. We learn so much, and that's like learning from the community that we have in our academy, and that's so wonderful to see. And of course, academy is also part of Elkins High School. Your child is a Elkins High School student, and please come out, support Elkins High School through different programs and events, sporting events. If your child is playing sports, that's something that we really, really need your help. Myself, I definitely, there's expectation of myself. I say I am a coordinator, but not just for the Elkins Engineering Academy. I am also coordinator for the Math and Science Academy and the Medical Science Academy. So I move around quite a bit. I have 4 different offices. But I'm here. My number one job as a coordinator is to advocate for your student. If any way I can, I'm a big child advocate. Even through if a student is struggling academically, social emotionally, that's something that I want to be there for. I act as the liaison between the campuses too when it need be. But as a coordinator, I always look for social and academic enrichment opportunities for our kids. I think it's so important that especially the social part of it, especially after this year, not being face to face, and that's kind of figuring out next year is how we kind of safely and ease in with the social interaction, face-to-face interaction. Some of the officer for next year, we're in the midst of voting now, but through the interview, a lot of them are telling me that they want to do more social events and try to get that connection back next year with the social emotional needs of our kids. I will send a weekly email to you every week. Usually Sunday, I will send out a weekly newsletter to my parents and students, and it will have information about volunteering hours, volunteer opportunities, enrichment opportunities, any kind of special announcement. I'm trying to put everything in one place that I think our academy student and parent would need, so you don't have to go search in different places. I try my best to respond as quickly as I can. The best way always to reach me is through email. Because I am not on one campus. That phone number does travel with me, but it also travels with me through my computer. But I always have email with me, and I respond quicker in email. If I'm in a meeting or something, I could see the email. It's something I could respond much quicker than a phone call. So that's the expectation of myself. Then just talk a little bit about the engineering course at Elkins High School and at Academy. So Miss Adam referring to the 9th graders, all of you will be in the introduction to engineering course as a 9th grader. 10th grade, you'll be principal of engineering. Now, 11th grade, you will take, civil and aerospace engineer. So you'll have 2 courses in your junior year. And these are the 2 courses our academy students look forward to, because it does provide them with this true love of, the fascination with the airplane and air flight and space, and then also the civil engineering part really interests a lot of our students. And of course, Ms. Rockamore talked about the engineering design development class. This is the class where you really take everything that you have learned from 9th to 10th and 11th grade and really kind of come up with a project or a product of your own. And it's amazing to go to the showcase and see what 12th grader and senior come up with when we see some of these projects. It's just, really blow me away. You guys are doing this in high school. It's just amazing. Just reminder, other requirement for academy, of course, is you need 1 credit for computer science. It doesn't have to be during your freshman year. It could be your sophomore, junior year, senior year, where you could find room for it, you could take it. And make sure you understand that the 2 other requirement courses that you need to take when you're in 4-year in academy is any ACC or pre-AP, formerly pre-AP, or higher level math and science classes. Okay, so there's no 1 year that you say, well, I don't want to take a pre-AP math or science class. Since engineering is heavy rooted, right, in math and science, we want to make sure that you have that background. And you definitely are, challenging on top of pre-AP math and science, and you're taking some of these engineering classes. And some of those engineering classes I believe by your sophomore year, your junior year, those are considered ACC and AP credit classes. So those engineering class does have more weight to it. Just quickly, this is just a normal graduation requirement. Some of you probably will have more credit than 26, but just to let you know, if you take a look at that, this is your 4 core classes. Everyone is going to have these 4 core classes and 4 credit in each of the 4 core classes to graduate. On top of that, make sure, if you already have like a Spanish 1 in middle school, then all you need is Spanish 2, and then you'll meet your language requirements. However, you want to continue, you can. But again, this is required for all. These are these requirements for everyone in the state of Texas. All students in the state of Texas need this to graduate. Now, a lot of our kids take health and communication in the summer, just kind of get out of the way. And so they have room in their schedule for other things they want to take during the year. And usually I say health, communication, PE is offered in the summer, and also fine art if you just want to get it out of the way, right? But if you love art and you want to be in art class, then don't take it in the summer. So this is your typical graduation plan with 26 credit, okay? But like I say, some of you will probably have more than 20. Many of you probably have more than 26 credit before you graduate because of all the extra classes that you'll be taking in the engineering academy. Just quickly, attendance. I just want to talk about attendance. I know that it's important, especially next year as we come back. You need to be in class 90% of the time to earn credit. Okay, so make sure if you fell ill or long-term absences, just communicate with the school, and they make sure they have documented, and they could work something out with you. Now, every year I have students ask me, can I double up in math and science? The answer is yes, but you really need to email me first, and I have to look at your pre-AP. Let's say you want to double up in geometry and algebra 2 in your freshman year. I will talk to the counselor, look at your transcript to make sure that you are successful in your other classes. So what we don't want to do is to overload you. I don't recommend double up in your freshman year at all, but some students really want to. Every year I get asked that question because adjusting to high school is hard enough, and on top of that, you have 2 pre-AP classes, and then you decide to take 2 pre-AP, more classes in English and social study. That's a lot, right? So you don't want to stress out your freshman year. So just same thing as science. A lot of kids, maybe your sophomore year, You like, can I double up in biology and then kind of chemistry? You know, there are prerequisite in our course guide that we have to look at, and we want to make sure you're successful. But you know, you would have to send me an email. I'll talk to a counselor, and we think if this is best for you and you could do it. The problem is, you know, in the past, what I see is when students are struggling in the middle semester and they ask, can I drop the class? There's a certain point you can't drop that class anymore, right? And what happened is, you know, if you're struggling through that class and you know you end up with a grade that you don't want, and that's just not that you can't do it, just like, you know, you might have too many pre-AP and AP classes to do well in. So that's why that balance is so important that Ms. Powell was talking about, that make sure you know yourself, you know how much you could do, you know how much outside activities that you have too, right? So make sure you're able to balance that. This is our contract. I know it's also, you know, in the email that we sent you, but I will send you an official contract that you will have to sign and then get it back to me before the start of school. Again, in your academy classes, that is your engineering classes and your math and science classes, you will have to maintain a 75 or better in those courses. Any other courses, it's just a 70 or better. I do check semester grade. I try to also take progress grade. If I see concerned, and you know, definitely, you know, call you up. We can sit down and meet and find a plan to help you out, whether through tutoring, peer tutoring, teacher, after school tutoring. We really want to make sure that you get the help you need. My goal is to have 100% of you come back in your sophomore year, right? So my goal is not to exit anyone. So don't be afraid if you say, oh, I don't, you know, I'm not making a 75, you know, I'm gonna have to leave academy. That won't happen. Mr. Lamb will work with you. We typically, you know, if you're not there, we put a plan together. You know, if you need, you know, there's might be a probation period that we put you on to make sure, but throughout the probation period, we also give you a lot of support too. Okay. The other requirement is the 100 community service hour in your 4-year of your high school. So you break it down, it's 25 hours a year, right? So, and you break that further down, it's only 12.5 hours per semester. So that is doable. Even in this crazy year and a half, a lot of our kids are able to get hours through virtual volunteering, and it's amazing. They have done archiving things for museum through the web, classifying animals through website, helping scientists to classify animals. They're all opportunity out there for you to earn hours, okay? And participate at least in one approved enrichment activities each grading period. Now, what is enrichment activity? That could be just as simple as going to a meeting, for Engineer Academy meeting. And in that meeting, you typically will have a special guest speaker that will talk about different field of engineer, right? But also, I also offer online enrichment classes that you could take for free through called edX, and these are usually through, you know, you could take it through Stanford, you could take through Harvard. So these are free classes online that you could take in the field of engineering or any math and science kind of topic that you might be interested, or anything that relate to engineering you might be interested. You just send me the link, I look at it, and then I'll give you the approval, and you could go take it and you can earn your enrichment hours, okay? And of course, you know, we want our academy to be a student to be upstanding, so make sure you know, discipline behavior is also an expectation that we look at too. I'm not, I have to say, 2 years I haven't done any, I've had to done anything disciplined with behavior. You guys are our academy kids, you know, you guys are wonderful, and that's, you know, you come to academy and you stay focused, and that's wonderful to see. Now, summer school. A lot of you are asking about summer school. If it is up, the information is on Fort Bend website. Now, the OLAB is offered through Fort Bend ISD, and these are the classes that it offers: Art 1A, 1B, Health, foundation of personal fitness, that's PE, and personal literacy, financial literacy. And this is the fee. Okay. So if you go to this website, you will able to see the information on how to sign up. You will have to get, if you want to take any of these classes in the summer, you will have to go get permission from your current 8th grade counselor. Okay, so they have to sign off on it, and then before you can come up here, come to this website and sign up for the summer classes. Now, if you say, well, none of these classes interest me, then we do have what we call summer external provider. And these are the 3 that Fort Bend will accept if you take summer credit through them. That's that Texas Virtual School Network. Typically, I would say they're a little bit more expensive with $300 for 1 semester course. And the fee might vary depending on who's the provider through their network too, right? And then their University of Texas is a little cheaper. This is 1 per semester course. Usually if there's any test at the end, they will charge you a $15 fee, right? And then there's Texas Tech University. They're probably the cheapest one out of all this and out of network and not part of Fort Bend. Costs about $250 per semester. So these are additional courses that if you see that you might able to take, you can sign up for these. Okay, so I will have this PowerPoint. I will post it online and I'll send it out after the meeting. Give me a few days and I'll send this out so you'll have this information. Now, I know you hear a lot from us, from the adults. You're like, when am I going to get to hear from some student? I have 3 wonderful students for you tonight to hear from. Now, when I picked them, I did not realize that I picked 3 J's. So I have Jefferson, Joshua, and Genevieve. Okay. Now, Joshua and Jefferson are senior this year. And what a year they have. These are Jefferson is our academy president, but also this year valedictorian. Joshua is our academy officer, director of communication, and this year he's our salutatorian. And Genevieve is a junior, so she's gonna be a senior next year. So hopefully, no pressure, Genevieve. You continue the great tradition. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Jefferson go first, and he's gonna talk a little bit about the academy from the student perspective.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for that introduction, Mr. Lamb. As Mr. Lamb said, my name is Jefferson. I am currently serving as the president of the Engineering Academy, and I will be graduating in about a month. So today I'll be talking about my experiences as a student here in the Academy, as well as some of the benefits. I know that you guys are currently debating on whether you should go with the academy or if you should go to your zone school. And I just want to preface this by saying that it's entirely up to you and your decision, but hopefully some of my experiences will convince you to choose the former option, which is the Engineering Academy. Being a student here in the past 4 years, I think that I've really learned a lot from the engineering classes, just like our teachers and teacher facilitators have said, with the introduction to engineering courses, civil engineering, engineering design. All of these courses really give you a good background on engineering that prepare you for college. And they show you that math and science isn't just the stuff on your textbook. It can really be applied in real life and used to make a lot of innovation, a lot of products, design things, etc. I think that another benefit of the Academy is the opportunities that we have. Just like our Booster Club president said, we have so many meetings and opportunities to talk with professionals in the field. For example, at our recent career fair, we had 17 speakers where students and speakers conversed with each other. They got to learn about these different disciplines and understand how engineering really goes down in the real world and in corporate America. I think that being part of the academy also gives you a chance to be with people like-minded. If you are into engineering, you'll find a lot of other students that are also into engineering. If you're into math and science, you'll find a lot of students that are also into math and science. And that's not just the academy students. We have a lot of students at Elkins that are in the academy or aren't in the academy that are in these various clubs. Even if you find that you might be more of like a debate person or somebody like that likes Model UN, there's clubs for that as well. So I think that there's a variety of opportunities that are offered here at Elkins and in the Engineering Academy that you might not be able to get elsewhere. And last but not least, I just wanted to talk about the clubs that I myself personally am in. As Mr. Lamb said, I'm the president of the Engineering Academy, so we've been hosting these events and helping students get opportunities. I'm also part of the Math and Science Club. Recently, our team went to UIL State, and I think that this is a really big accomplishment that will continue to happen in future years. We do competitions. If you are in math club in middle school, or if you've done things like that before, and you might be interested in that, then you're free to join Math and Science Club. We also have things like robotics, TSA, which John V and Joshua will talk a little bit more about. So yeah, I think that those are some of the benefits of the Academy coming from a student perspective. And next up is Joshua.
All right. Thank you, Jefferson. So Jefferson, tell the our student where you're heading next year.
Oh, sure. I'm going to the University of Texas at Austin.
Can we brag on Jefferson for a minute? He is our valedictorian.
Yes, he is. Yes, and he's heading to UT on a full ride, right?
Can we brag a little more?
That's correct.
Go ahead, Ms. Ward.
I just heard today that he got number 2 in state in the math UIL competition. Thank you, Jefferson.
Yay, Jefferson.
Thank you.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, Joshua, you're next. And you could start out, man. You know, we're bragging now. You can start out to tell folks where you're heading next year.
I'm heading to MIT.
Oh, the Ivy.
And Joshua's our salutatorian.
Joshua, I don't think I heard that. Say that one more time.
Where you going?
MIT.
What does that stand for?
Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
Way to go, Joshua. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, I'll let you introduce yourself and talk to our students.
So my name is Joshua. I'm a current senior at Elkins, and I work as the Director of Communications. And I just want to talk a little bit about managing clubs and then also your school activities, so extracurriculars in addition to school. So I just wanted to share some pieces of advice from my 4 years, and hopefully this can help you as you're transitioning from middle school to high school. So first thing I would say is during your 9th grade year, really take advantage of all the different opportunities Elkins offers. So there's going to be a lot of different clubs that you can join. I believe if you talk to your counselor, there may even be like a list of all the clubs offered at Elkins. So if there's something that you're interested in, feel free to join it. You don't have to be fully committed to it. Just join the interest meeting. Those are a great way to like find out about the different clubs that you may want to commit to and those that you really want to stick with for the rest of your 4 years. So I really feel like joining clubs, many clubs during your freshman year, is a good way for you to diversify and figure out what you really are passionate about before you commit during your sophomore, junior, and senior year. So in my personal experience, I joined chess club, I joined math and science, and I joined many other clubs during my freshman year. And even though I didn't stick with them throughout the 4 years, I still was able to like meet friends and hang out with different people in these clubs. And I'm still friends with some of them even till today. So I think joining clubs your freshman year is a great way to broaden your friend group and meet new people. So second piece of advice I would give is whenever you're balancing school activities and also extracurriculars, make sure you communicate with your teachers because your teachers are a great resource in order for you to find out. So if you have an assignment that's due, make sure you tell your teacher if you have an extracurricular activity that's coming up so that you can get the assignment beforehand. Most teachers are very busy and it's hard to keep track of everything. So notifying your teachers beforehand will allow you to be able to get the assignment and get the work done so you don't fall behind in your class and you're still able to like devote yourself to your extracurricular. So I ran track during my 4 years in high school and did cross country for 3 years. And I made sure that whenever I had a meet that I told my teacher that I was going to be absent this day and is there any work that I can complete while I'm on the bus or while I'm doing something else so that when I get back to school, I don't have to wait an extra day in order to catch up. So I think communicating with your teacher is a great resource and you should take advantage of that as you're coming into high school. So third piece of advice I would give is use transition time to do work. So often like when you're waiting for your parents after your activity is done or whether you have like a spare few minutes in between classes, try to use that time to get some work done because that would decrease the amount of stress or the amount of work you have when you get home. So finding those small bits of time in order to like complete this homework or answer this question is a great way to like slowly chip away at the mountain. So eventually by the time you get home, it's not as much homework as you have to do. So really taking advantage of those time is a great resource. And then lastly, I would say is figure out your priorities and find a way to balance like school and also your extracurricular activities. So something I started to implement this year was to set like a time limit where like after this time, whether I was done my homework or not, I would just go to bed. So for me, that was around like 12 a.m. So like once 12 a.m. hit, I was like, okay, whether I'm done this homework, I'm just gonna go to bed and rest because it's important for you to find opportunities to relax and rest because you don't want to burn yourself out or become too stressed. So really finding that balance between school and work is important in order for you to continue throughout your 4 years without getting burnt out. So I think those four pieces of advice will hopefully help you guys as you guys are transitioning from middle school to high school.
Thank you, Joshua. Yeah, I mean, if you hear what Joshua is saying, you could do it. You know, if you want to be involved in sport or band or orchestra, all these activities, you could do it, but it does take planning, okay? You can't, you know, when you're maybe in middle school, you're winging it, but when you get to high school, you can't wing it anymore. You can't say, oh, I will remember it. In high school, you really need to find a way to organize and prioritize your time. And that is, you know, really kind of learning and hopefully by your when you get to your senior year, you be ready for college. And that's what we really want you to do is prep you, make sure that you understand once you get to college, you will, you'll really be on your own, right? Yeah, because mom and dad's not going to college with you. So make sure you understand that and practice in your freshman year. Don't wait till your senior year and practice some of these skills. And this is our skills. These are not everyone is going to be born with this being a great organizer. You have to work at it. Okay. So next up, Genevieve going to really talk to you about she's a director activity this year and she knows, and she's actually in a lot of clubs and she actually have her own clubs. So I'll let her talk about these opportunities at Elkins that you might want to participate in.
Thank you for that introduction, Mr. Lamb. So again, hi everyone, my name is Genevieve Chaudhry and I'm currently a junior. So I'm going to talk to you today about some academy events that we've hosted and how we communicate with the students on a daily basis. So before we went virtual, in-person events that we have done include a lot of field trips, and some of my favorite include the oil rig field trip, the rocket social that we had that was optional to come to, of course, and people signed up and a lot of our students came and it was really, really fun. And we even had an Amazon warehouse field trip where a lot of students got to go and view the warehouse and how production happens there and how they distribute their goods, which was very informative. And a lot of people even got merch as well. So transitioning into our virtual space that we've currently been in this year, some things that we've done that the Booster Club president mentioned was our virtual game nights. And every meeting we have a student body meeting in which students can come to, and we either we have speakers come, or we host different activities. And this year we actually got to have a lot of different speakers come from various parts of the world and United States. So we got to have people from different companies, and a lot of students got to experience or got to talk with these professionals and learn more about the field in depth, because they were talking about their personal experiences as a working professional. Another thing that we did this year was an alumni panel. So we had alumni from our engineering academy come and talk about their experiences in college and what's really worth doing and what can help you. And again, we had a virtual career fair this year where we had about 15 different working professionals come and talk about their field and what they do on a daily basis, which really helped enrich our minds and learn about those specific fields. So again, some clubs that are at Elkins right now that are very, very prominent in our engineering space include robotics. Robotics is very, very hands-on, and they do a lot of different competitions, and they have reached state before. And currently, the Technology Students Association, or TSA, has just gone to state this year, and I'm sure I think about 2 of our students are moving on to the next round past state. And our math and science team, as you guys just heard from Jefferson, did very, very well this year as well. So I'm going to move on to kind of how we communicate with the students and how we keep in touch with them and let them know about upcoming events and activities. So currently we use Remind, and we also have a website, and Joshua, as our communications director, currently updates those with our other officers, and we ensure that all events and activities are clearly outlined so that students are able to know when events are happening and attend them and plan ahead. And our website has everything, details about past experiences and past events as well, in case you guys want to check that out. And so now I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience in the academy in the past 3 years. So I really feel that I've had many unique opportunities, and I loved my 3 classes so far in my freshman year, my sophomore year, and currently my junior year. I think it's really awesome that we get to have a chance to achieve certifications, such as in our freshman year, we got to have an AutoCAD inventor certification, learn a lot about that software. In my sophomore year, we got to achieve a OSHA certification, and you have to put in the work anytime, right? But it's really cool that you can have those things under your belt as you go into college and different things like that. And then another thing is this year, currently, I just received my Revit certification as a junior, and it's really, really cool. So, and I feel like these things help you become really well-rounded. And again, now I'm going to just talk about the clubs I'm in. So, of course, the Engineering Academy as an organization, I think it's really, really awesome, the opportunities that we're provided with, and definitely other things. So another thing that I'm in is I'm co-president of Elkins Pratham, which is my club, which we help promote literacy within the world, and we fundraise, and that's really, really awesome. And I love that we were even given the opportunity to create this club. And I've been in Stuco, which I think is an amazing opportunity to be able to meet new people and make new friends, especially your freshman year. And as you go throughout your high school, I definitely recommend joining honor societies such as Math Honor Society. I'm currently in math and Spanish. So if you want to, for our last kind of takeaway, you have to put in the work, but I believe that all of you can do it, and you just have to have that motivation and have that drive to be able to do it, and I'm sure you will all succeed. So before we go again, we have put the Remind in the chat for you guys to be able to join it if you want to for your class of 2025. You have to join the app, and then you can either text 81010 and put that code, or you can to join it later. And thank you so much, everyone. Best of luck to all of you.
Thank you, Genevieve. All right, that will conclude our commitment night. Like I say, I will email out additional information to you in the next week, and including some of these information that we presented tonight. So make sure it's gonna keep a lookout for my email. And I believe next week, hopefully next week, there might be something in the mail, a little surprise in the mail for you guys too. Hopefully you enjoy that little surprise that we're putting together for you. But thank you so much for our school leader and our academy leader here, our booster club. Thank you for being here tonight. We can't do this without you, and thank you, parent, for your support. Student, we are so happy and so excited, and we are looking forward so much to get back to normal, to face where we could see you and able to talk with you in person. And I believe, I'll know Ms. Ward, will there be plan for freshman orientation that will be sent out soon?
Yes, we are working on that, and we are going to communicate that closer to the end of the school year.
Okay, yeah. So there will be an opportunity for you to view the school and able to see the campus, and if everything works out as we, going through this still difficult times, and hopefully we'll start the school year in person. But again, thank you so much for being here tonight. If you need to reach me, again, you could email me with any question that you need answer. For those parent that are currently student that are currently not in district and you need to register with Fort Bend ISD, I did send an email and direction on how to do that. For some reason you didn't get it, let me know and I could resend it to you. But we have the summer to work that out. So just to make sure that I'm trying to take care of everything before school ends. So thank you again for coming tonight, and I'll just kind of hang around and look at the chat to see if you have any other questions. Other than that, you guys could go. I know you have dinner. It's a beautiful evening outside, and the sun's still up, so definitely go for a nice walk if you have planned. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night.
Hello.
Yes.
I have a question. So I want to take, or I would like to take PE in the summer, like for both credits. Like what like courses do I need to take? And if I take it like, in summer school, how would it be like, how like just the classes, like would it just be like in two different like periods, like in quotes? Or because like one of them is like on the OLab, like online lab
Right.
for Fort Bend, and the other one's with TTU.
Right. I think the Fort Bend one is a lab, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, go ahead.
I don't know the detail. I know the OLab is usually just through online. I don't think it involved any type of physical, in-person stuff, if I remember correctly.
You're right. It's just I don't want it like to be like at the same, like both courses be like at the same time, as in like when I'm taking like, because I'm taking both courses, it's just like I don't want them to be at the same, like I don't want to be like working.
Well, yeah, then that's going to be because the Fort Bend Summer School, the OLab, and the Texas Tech is two different organization, right? So
Okay.
you really kind of have to kind of see time wise. You know, I know the old lab might require you to be there a certain time, where Texas Tech might be kind of at your own pace, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So like
Yeah.
I can like just do it like at a later time.
Right. So yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So look at
okay.
Texas Tech and see what they require. So in the past, the student is telling me usually they have a module for you to do. And once you finish that module, you take a test and you move to the next module. So
Okay.
it's a little bit different. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Dr. Lamb. That
No
was the only
problem.
question I had.
All
All
right.
right. See you next year. Bye.
All right. See you soon.